Thank you.
No worries at all. No worries at all. No, she's scared. I appreciate it. Thank you.
We've got Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa joining us in Bendigo ahead of massive fight announcement on August 31st against Jeff Horn. It's great to be here, Michael, and thanks for joining us.
No, I appreciate it, mate. And again, thanks for always having me on and showing me support. I appreciate it.
No, my pleasure. It's been a big day today. Like I said, the announcement of the big fight. Tell us a bit about having the opportunity for Jeff to come down to your home state. Although we're not in Melbourne, we're not too far away.
No, look, man, it's an awesome opportunity. Like I said, the team and I are excited. Not many chances to get to fight Jeff Horn in your backyard. I've been overseas 3 times and had to climatise and do it tough. But now only an hour away from home, and like I said, we're excited, and I really believe that we're going to shock the world and upset him style-wise, and everything's in my favour. I'm not overly huge fan of Jeff Horn. He fought an old Pacquiao and an outdated Mundine, and I'm neither. So I really think we're going to go out there and shock the world. And
this fight being fought at middleweight, obviously that's where Jeff fought against Anthony Mundine last start. You touched on you're not Anthony Mundine at the pointy end of his career. Do you feel as though it's a mistake sort of coming up, to the middleweight division and facing a strong, hungry, young, determined fighter like yourself?
100%. I said his biggest mistake was signing that contract. Like I said, he wants hard fights. He's going to get a hard fight. I've been in there with the best, and I've cleaned out my backyard. And like I said, come 31st of August, it's going to be war. But I do believe we're going to have a hand raise, and I really do believe we're going to hurt him and stop him.
And we heard you spoke in the press conference about the fact that you've gone overseas, Russia, the UK, America. You fought some massive names internationally. You finally landed that big domestic fight that you've been craving. How do you see yourself getting the victory, and what would beating Jeff Horn mean to you?
Look, I know he's going to start off hard, and he's a tough guy, take nothing away from him, and credit to what he's done in the sport. But again, I really believe he only has one way. He just walks forward. He's pretty sloppy in my eyes. Again, no disrespect to Jeff, but style-wise, I just really think I'm longer. I've got more agility. I believe I'm stronger. And I've been in that division a lot longer than he has. Just everything's in my favour. I really believe that he's going to have troubles with my style.
And do you think the natural size advantage that you have, is that something you can use to your advantage on fight night?
Well, yeah, I didn't think he was actually as small as I thought, but again, take nothing away from him. I know it's going to be a hard fight. We're prepping well, but again, I really believe everything's in my favour. And like I said, I've never been this confident in my life, and I see it, I feel it. I really believe we're going to make a statement.
Fair to say this is the biggest fight in your career today?
Yeah, look, I've been in there with, I've been in there with Cal Brooks and Peter Quillen, and this is definitely up there. And like I said, Jeff's beat an 8-time world champion, and he's a huge name in the sport. And like I said, in my backyard to fight one of the best in the world is a great achievement. And like I said, we're looking forward to it.
And we've seen in the middleweight and super welterweight divisions is super hot right now in Australian boxing. This huge announcement between yourself and Jeff Horn. We saw a few weeks back the announcement of Tim Tszyu versus Dwight Ritchie. 2 fights that are so close together, and 2 weight divisions that couldn't be any closer. Providing you get past Jeff Horn, are you looking at cleaning out the domestic scene completely and beating someone like a Tim Tszyu or a Dwight Ritchie, or are you looking more internationally?
For me, look, I've proven myself in Australia. I've been around for a while now. I'm a journeyman. I've had 30 professional fights, and look, beating Jeff Horn, I really don't think I'll go backwards. Not backwards, but I don't think I'll go to fighting the winner out of Ritchie or Tszyu. I think it'll be a great fight. I believe that Ritchie will win this fight. He's a good fighter. He's great skill, he's good experience, he's a tough boy. And look, I think he's probably a little bit too much for Tszyu at the moment. But look, I'm looking forward to that fight. But look, if I beat Horn, I don't think I'll go back fighting. We'll regroup with the team and hopefully head back overseas, or having the power to bring someone else out here.
And was today the first time that you've met Jeff? Have you guys sort of crossed paths before?
Look, no, we've crossed paths a few times, even at the Tszyu and Camilleri fight. Sorry, we spoke a little bit, but he's a great guy. In and out the ring, you can't fault him. But come August 31st, it's going to see a different beast, I think. So Zerafa v Horn is going to be one to watch.
And you guys faced off just in that press conference. Did you see any weakness in Jeff? Do you feel as though he's confident leading into this fight? I know you've spoken about you feel as though you've been overlooked. Is this something where you feel as though you're going to be able to exploit that overconfidence on Jeff's end if you've seen that?
Look, I don't know. I just felt the vibe. I didn't think he was that confident. You know, I'm super confident. Me and the team are over the moon. We're wrapped, man. We can't wait. We're training, 2-3 times a day and growing. But yeah, look, I felt like he was not scared, but yeah, he had a little bit of doubts. I don't know, my physical size and look, I guess we'll see on August 31st. But yeah, look, I did see a little bit of holes in that ship.
Well, Michael, it's a fight that the whole of the Australian boxing community really want to see, and credit to you for taking the fight, fighting a former world champion in Jeff Horn, and everyone's super excited at the prospect of August 31st here in Bendigo. So we look forward to that contest, and again, thank you for sharing your insights, and all the very best, mate, for August 31st.
I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for the endless support. You're a champion, mate.